Okay, welcome to Wednesdays. This is the 1000X AI Express School. I am Mark P. Summers, your host for this webinar. And for those of you that don't know, I am an independent Famous.AI expert. I do not specifically work for 1000X or for Famous or Deal. I am here to help you move forward with those pieces of software, and the 1000X team invited me to do these webinars for you, which is a big honor, and I love the energy that especially this Wednesday webinar brings. And so what we're going to be talking about today is, of course, Famous, and any questions that you may have. Please put questions in the questions and answer system with in Zoom instead of in the chat. Especially this particular webinar, there are 450,000 note takers that join this webinar, and it's very hard sometimes to see the chat with with everything going through. So first of all, let me start with a small apology. My camera will not be on for this webinar, and I'll explain why. I'm not actually at my office this week. I am currently in on an island called Roatan. I'm on a cruise this week, and it's the first of my many work cruises that I am taking on. Basically, for the next 6 months, I am testing going away for a week, a month on a cruise by myself so that I can focus on projects and so forth. So I did my Monday webinar from the from Belize. I was in Belize on Monday, and that went really well. And so my next webinar on Friday will be from Cozumel, and yeah, so every week I will be, sorry, every month I will be away for 1 week. And it basically gives me a time during this week, other than my webinars, I'm not doing any client calls, which fills up a lot of my time. Monday to Friday, I do a lot of done with you and coaching projects to help my clients move forward with Famous and those other tools. And so the idea here is I get to go away and work on projects that I need to work on, whether it be projects for clients or projects for myself. And so on Monday, I took the day off on Sunday. We left on Saturday. We took the day off on Sunday just so I could enjoy the ship a little bit. And then on Monday, I started developing the app that I've had in my mind for quite some time. And that is the online chat with Santa. And now I plan to launch this tomorrow in Thanksgiving, because everyone starts to think about Christmas the moment Thanksgiving is out of the way. And so the idea is to launch this app tomorrow. And there's a friend of mine that has a parents group, a Facebook group with 10,000 parents in, and I'll be launching this with her help in that group. And the way it works is that you sign up as a parent, and you can do that either by just signing up because you heard about it, or you can use a referral link that you've received from another user. In this case, we're going to sign up, and I'm going to use a fresh email address here to sign up. And it always works where you when you're demoing and then your app doesn't actually work. How cool is this? Give me 2 seconds to bring my console, and that's the whole point, I guess, of this webinar, is so that you can you can see how I handle errors and so forth. You know, some people will just um, you know, have issues, and others will just like, hey, let's get this fixed. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the main page here, and the reason we want to look at that, oh, that's logged me in as a user. We're going to switch on the console, and we're going to clear our console and just start again with signing up and see if we can see what console error we get there. Alright, so it's a Superbase auth error. We're going to take that error, take it over to the Famous chat console, and in here we're going to say, when I sign up as a new parent, I get a Superbase error and the account is not created. Here is the error. Okay, so simple prompt. Now, for those of you that haven't been to my webinars before, I do have a 3-step prompt process, which is simple. Tell the bot what you did, tell the bot what happened, and tell the bot what you expected to happen. Those are the 3 ingredients that every single prompt I give to Famous will include. Now, if there's Kate has already put the link to my video there about that 3-step process. It's a 4.5-minute video and is very, very helpful. If you can learn that pattern of prompting, you will have great success with any vibe coder, and especially with Famous. If you click on that YouTube link, you'll be able to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's quite a few videos there from various things, from Superbase to authentication to creating admin panels, linking with OpenAI, you name it, there's probably videos about it. And if there isn't, well, just send me a message and go, hey, I was looking for a video about this, and if I haven't already done it, I will do it for you. I am really doing well building up that channel. Matthew, I can see it just above your comments, so I'm not sure. It was sent to everyone, so you should see it. Let me paste it in as well, just in case. Just in case you can't see it, see if you can see. Oh no, that is that's the error message I just pasted. You don't want that. That's a little bit boring. Here we go. Alright, awesome, glad you got it. So now we are looking at fixing our issue here and why it's having an error. It's interesting how it's actually looking right now about an error I asked it to fix a minute ago, and not necessarily the one I'm looking into. So hopefully it will fix both the one I asked it to look into a minute ago and also this one. Alright, now why I'm showing you this then, you know, by all means also ask any questions you might have, but let's for now not set up a new user. Let's log in as a current user and I can show you around. And so these are my my test children that Santa's had sessions with, and Bob is a new one that I'm ready to use. So let's set up Bob. We can add notes for Santa, and so things to discuss. Hobbies, karate, things not to discuss, losing his bike. Traditions to keep in mind. Santa uses waffle dust to get access to the house, as we do not have a chimney. Interests and hobbies, karate and theatre. Recent activities, just got purple belt. Oops, I spelled that right. Purple belt in karate. And behavioral goals. Looking to get 4 straight A's in school. And then gift preferences. We don't have any. And then there's this new section I added this afternoon, which is Elf on the Shelf. So my Elf on the Shelf is called Jingle. Recent elf activities. Poured flour all over the kitchen. And special elf moments. Printed mini photos of the family for the bookcase. Okay, and then we can save those, and then we have our session code. And so the session code is what we what the parent uses, or effectively the child will use, but the parent will use it for them. They can click start session, paste in the session code. Now I broke that because I asked it to make the session codes longer so they weren't easy to guess, and now my box doesn't allow that length of session code to be entered into it. So there's, this is how you would test and debug how things are here. Is there still the ability to connect to Superbase? I thought all projects. No. When you create a project and want it connecting to Superbase, it will give you the choice to create in Superbase or create in Famous. So, in fact, when I started this project, I created it first of all with a Famous database. If we go back to the dashboard here, you'll see there's actually 2 iterations of this. Both of them have a database, and this one is sleeping. If we go into the settings of this one, you'll see this one has a Famous database, and then I realized that there was a few things that I couldn't yet do with the Famous database, and so I cloned it and set it all up with a Superbase database, and you'll see this one has a Superbase database. So yes, you can still use both, and I don't believe that Superbase will be going away even as Famous database gets better and better. Okay, that's chatbot. The Famous database option is the first, and the button is green. Yes, so just look at that option. When I connect to a database now, my option is so big because I have so many different Superbase projects that it gives me as an option. And but anyway, let's see if this fixes this. I'm going to make this browser screen a little bit bigger so I don't have this weird split screen thing. Here we go. All right, so now when I log in as that parent, we need to address the fact that the session code is too big. So when it creates the session code, when a parent enters their special information for Santa and is given their session code, the session code is too long for the start session input box. Please make the session code only 8 random digits long and ensure that the session start option accepts 8 digits. Please update all session codes in the database to 8 digits long. So the dictation software I'm using is something called WhisperFlow. It is a paid-for dictation, but it's intelligent for vibe coding. And so when you use technology code and technology information, the Whisper understands it, which is really cool. Kate just put the link in for Whisper. If you use that link, it is my affiliate link. You will get a 1 month free to really test it out. And I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and I love it. One, because when I speak, I don't know if you've noticed, you may not have noticed, but I have a British accent. And number two, I mumble a little bit. I'm not the world's best speaker, but Whisperflow does understand. The other thing is, you'll also have noticed if you've been to my webinars, I and I are quite a bit, and I apologize for that. It's not always the best listening, the listening ability, but see, there I am again. Now, what Whisperflow does is it takes out all repetitions, stutters, and ums and ahs, and makes it amazing. Let me catch up on these questions here. Question for white label users: is a famous white label $67 a month in addition to the $47 a month, or does no? So you pay for your whatever level subscription you have for Famous, Doug, and then the 67 for white label is on top of that. They're two effectively separate products, but they're linked together. So, and you do need both. That's been my experience too, Mark, via the two optional databases now. Good to hear your experience as well. I really wanted to use Famous database for this project, but one, I had very little time. I want to get this out by tomorrow, by at least the end of Thanksgiving. I want to get this launched because obviously it has a very short window. Not many people are going to sign up for this come the 25th of December. However, I do have some cool ideas for the actual back-end system once I have created this, including chat with the Easter Bunny and or even chat with the Tooth Fairy or whatever. Chat with any mythical creature, but create multiple different systems for that, because it's all will be the same system with different training for the Matthew, no, I didn't buy 1000X. 1000X are focusing on the financial industry right now and dealing with book writing and app development for the financial industry. And so this webinar was distracting them from that main focus. And so they asked me if I would do this webinar so that I could continue to help you guys out as you progress with Famous. No, 1000X are still going strong. Amazing people. I love working with them, and they're not there. I'm sure I couldn't afford to buy 1000X, even if I wanted to. And also I don't have the amazing skills that the rest of that team have. I do have the famous skills, but not everything else. So as a team, we work very well together. Although I'm not an official member of the team, I'm a proxy member of the team, and I love working with them. They're amazing. Okay, so now we've asked it to update those codes. I'm not sure whether it updated the codes for the current users. Let's go and check. We're going to log in, scroll down. There we go. Now we've got a shorter code for our new child that is here. And so we're going to take this. Now, what I do want to do, I've made it so that you have to be logged out to start a session. And the reason why I want to do that is because I don't want the child, if they're a little bit tech savvy, to start going around and seeing all the stuff that they entered. So they have to be logged out to start a session. I mean, let's see if this session code now works. Okay, it does. And so the first thing it does, it asks you to test your microphone. So we'll click on this. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Say hi to all my webinar people. Okay, perfect. So the microphone is working. Then we can click ready, and it puts us into a queue, or a line, should I say, for when Santa is ready to call. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to press ready. And now we're waiting for Santa to call. He's finishing up at a workshop. And then, there we go. It's, Santa's now calling. We can click to answer.
Ho, ho, ho. Is this Bob? Welcome to Santa's workshop. So, Bob, tell me, have you been good this year?
Now, I don't know if you can hear the sound. Can you hear the sound? Santa's actually speaking there. And we can do two things here. We can type in our answer, or we can use the microphone. And let me turn my volume up so when he talks again, it might be louder. Yeah, so when we can click on the microphone. Yes, I've been very good.
That's fantastic to hear, Bob. I'm so proud of you. What are you most excited about this Christmas?
I'm excited to be with family. Now, as you can see, there's a counter at the top here. That counter...
Spending time with family is truly special during the holidays. Have you thought about what gifts you might like this year?
I'd like a PlayStation 5. So yes, there's a counter at the top here. Santa's going to interrupt me again in a second. Oh, that's interesting. And so now we've got one more error that just came up. Not quite sure what that was for. Failed to fetch error. So yeah, so as I say, there's still a few more things to fix here. But this has been, it's been probably about 50 prompts in total, and about 4 to 5 hours worth of work to create a fully working system that is mobile responsive. It once you're finished, you can click Get Certificate, and it gives you a downloadable certificate for Bob, showing that he's on the nice list. You can download that, and you can also read through the whole system here. Now, you can also, as a parent, then you get an email when it's finished, showing the full conversation and a synopsis of what the child said. So that's that's really cool. So here's a conversation I did yesterday with Leo. Leo is actually my real son. So here is, have you been good? Yes. And then he mentioned his purple belt that he got in karate. It was great. It was very difficult. And so then they're having a conversation about karate. And then for some reason, Leo asked if his dad could get a new girlfriend. So that was kind of nice of Leo. And then talks about his love for magic, and talks about what magic trick he's practicing, and so forth. And so the conversation goes on for 10 minutes, and then when it ends, it doesn't cut the child off at the 10-minute point. So if the child is still asking a question, they get to finish the question they're asking. Santa will respond, and then Santa says, I'm really sorry, I've got to go on and speak to another child now. I look forward to delivering gifts in the next few days, because it doesn't know exactly when they're going to be doing this. So then obviously there's the referral system, so every parent can then refer people. So hopefully this will become something that someone would do, get use out of, and then refer it to 3 or 4 of their friends, and that just gets repeated. The whole system has an admin area, of course, so that you can see how many children have gone through, how many sessions have gone on today, the average duration of the session, what children have gone through. Not quite sure where Bob's age has gone. I need to look at that. The parents, the referral payments, coupons. Every parent gets signed up, they get a coupon. And so, if anybody wants to test this out, you're welcome to. The URL is chatwithsanta.today. And if you use the coupon launch19, it will cost you something like 97 cents to test it out for one child. So feel free to play with it with that coupon. It is live right now, and you can definitely have a play with that. All right. Well, it is nearly halfway through the webinar, and I haven't been given a single question yet. So either that means that you're interested in the projects I'm doing, or, and let me turn off this Show Famous badge, because although I do promoting Famous, I don't want people to think that I just knocked this together in 5 minutes. Oh wait, I did just knock this together in 5 minutes. But anyway, I've taken that badge off for now, and there we go. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know if you have any questions. It's very cool to be able to think of an idea and then just take it from the initial prompt right the way through. What's all involved with adding a dashboard? Okay, good question. And one I'm going to answer by going into the my club system, because in the club's app, you've got this prompt snippets, and in here you can search for admin, and you're going to get a whole prompt on how do I add an admin. And so that is very simple. You just tell it, hey, I want an admin area. In the admin area, I want a user management screen, usage statistics, and any other features that need admin control within the admin area. So here you're leaving it kind of open, but I like doing this every time. And the reason for that is because sometimes it comes off and gives you great responses. So the prompt snippet in the club area, it's a membership-based system that I run, and I did purposely leave the lifetime membership up for this webinar, and it's going to be taken down just after Friday's webinar for Black Friday. But you can join the club and get access to all of my wonderful apps and features for just $197 lifetime. And if you're creating a SaaS product on Famous.AI besides Superbase, what else is needed? Good question. So it depends. If you're using OpenAI, then obviously you need an OpenAI key. If you're using Google Maps or something like that, you'll need a Google Maps key. Now, there is the new Famous Gateway, but for me, I think the gateway is a great way of testing kind of a test product. But if you're creating something that you're looking to have full control over, like the Chat with Santa app, I prefer to use my own OpenAI keys for that. And so those are put into Superbase secrets. And and you say, where do you get the session code? Session code for what? That was all you really need is Famous, Superbase, and any other access to APIs that you might want. Oh, you sign up as a parent, Angela, and then you set up the child within your parent login, and then it will give you, once you set up your child, you then get the session code. So while there's no other questions, I'm going to actually make that easier. Um, Please create a sign up as parent button on the front page so that new parents can sign up for their account, entering their name, email, and password. There we go. Make that a little bit clearer. And that's a great question, Angela, because obviously it meant that that front page wasn't clear as to what you need to do. There was a parent login and there was a start session, but the start session you need a session, which actually what I should do on that start session page as well is if you don't have a session code, sign up here, so that also goes to the same place. So this is all great feedback. Thank you. And that's the whole point of creating a minimal viable product is that you want to make sure that you have given it to 10, 15, 20, 100 people to test your product so they can give you really good feedback before you launch main out to the main people so that you're not where can I see the link for the AI App Builders Club? Kate will put the link into the chat, and then once you're in, when you go to any of these, it will tell you need to sign up, and then you'll be given the monthly, annual, or lifetime options to sign up. And then from there, you'll be able to get all to my prompt snippets, and then the initial prompt do only if you're a member, Angela. So if you haven't already subscribed, you can subscribe right within. Once you set up your free account, if I log out, you'll see where's the log out button. I've lost my log out button. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you'll see a get started, create login. Go ahead and create your login, and then once you have that login, you'll be able to see the sign up, and you can choose if you want to do monthly, annual, or the special lifetime option. So what I was saying is that the main prompt for the chat with Santa was done with the prompt builder chat with grandma. And in there, here we are, 2 days ago, I created this. And so what you do is at the beginning, you tell it what you want the app to do. So I told it I want an app where kids can chat with Santa by voice or text and tell him things they want for Christmas. The parents have a login to pay for the session before the kids can chat, and the parents will receive an email with the whole conversation, and it will be hidden at the bottom of a boring looking shopping list email. So that's the fun bit about this, is when the transcript gets emailed to the parent, the top of the email talks about in fact, let's bring it up here. Oh, I'm not logged in, that's annoying. Let me just quickly log into Superbase and I'll show you what that email says. It's basically a shopping list with lots of boring things, and then way underneath that, if you scroll through, it has the transcript from Santa. And so get parent email, is this it? No, that's not it. Create session intent, referral coupon, confirm Santa payment. I'm not sure which one of these. I thought it was this one, but it's not. That's not it. Let's go into our code and search for carrot. No, it's not in the code either. So anyway, there's a really boring email that. No, Angela, the club is my club. It's not run or owned by 1000XAI. It's my club only. There was a deal with one of the events that we did together, where the people at that event got access for a couple of months. But if you weren't at that event or don't know anything about it, then um, you wanted to you wanted to sign up. And like I say, right now there's uh, that lifetime deal, which means you'll never have to pay again. And every time I add a new feature, you'll get access to all of that for lifetime. In here is all my videos as well. So all the recordings of all my webinars are all in here too. There is that uh, three-step process. It's called Stop Wasting Time. It's the three-step process video for your how to prompt properly. And then you can also book calls, whether you want to book a 15-minute call or an hour call with me, so that I can help you with your project. If you've got stuck, you can book calls with me as well. How do I switch the current app I'm building from Supabase to the Deal backend? Okay, so you can't switch it from Supabase to Deal. Deal is not unless you mean Famous database rather than Deal backend. Can you give me some um, clarity there, Gwendolyn? Okay, if you mean that, then you would basically do the same as what I did. So when I showed you before here, when I first created this, it had a Famous database, and I wanted to use it as a Superbase database. And what I did is I had to the um, clone the let me just put my notifications on Do Not Disturb so my computer doesn't go ping. Yeah, you're going to clone the project, and you do that by going to Settings, scroll down to where it says Clone, and then when you ask it to do something that is database related, it will ask you, wait, I'm not connected to a database. What database would you like me to connect to? And then you'll need to prompt things like, can you recreate the database because it hasn't got connected to the same database, and it will reconnect the tables and things like that. So if you look at mine here under database, you've got children, referral, sessions, parents, and in my Superbase tables, we've got children, parents, referral, sessions, and a few others because I moved it forward since I moved it onto Superbase. So there isn't a convert my database from Superbase to Famous special button. You would have to clone the project and kind of prompt through getting it reconnected. So you would only want to do that if you were, sure of why you were doing it and what the outcome is going to be for that. So, yeah, and if you get stuck, then just book a session with me, and I can help you with it. But it isn't as easy as just pressing a button saying convert this to a different database. All right. Any other questions? I've answered everything in chat. Put this back further down in case you did want to play with the if you did want to play with the Santa system, that launch 19 will give you $19 off, so it'll make it 97 cents. And awesome. Can we sell these apps? Can we sell these apps? Likely. Sell what apps? Apps you develop? Is that what you mean? Yes, absolutely. You should sell your apps. And just like I created this app, and when you log in, and I need to see if this actually fixed the fixed referral code system, modified, incremented. Did that actually fix the parent sign up. Oh, did I actually ask it to create a button? I thought I did. It must have gone. Let's ask it again. Please create a button for parent sign up on the hero section of the front page, and also on the start session page. If the user doesn't have a session ID, they can click on a parent sign up button to get their session ID. This link should go directly to the sign up, not the login modal for a parent to sign up. All right. So yeah, this app here, Patricia, is an app I created over the last couple of days, and it's going to be sold for between $14 and $19 per parent, or per child, in fact. And yeah, all that money goes into my Stripe account and is mine. This is my idea, my code, effectively. Even though I wrote it with AI, it's still mine, and nobody else owns it. So Todd, my plan is tomorrow. A friend of mine who runs a parenting Facebook group. Sorry, the question from Todd is, how are we going to promote Chat with Santa? And so tomorrow, a friend of mine who runs a Facebook group with 10,000 parents in it is going to do a promotion, giving everyone $5 off. And that $5 off will then mean they'll sign up and buy 1, 2, 3, 4 kids to go through the system. Those people, let's say we get 100 people sign up through that promotion. Those people will be able to use the referral link to refer their friends. And my plan is for this year, because obviously I have a very short window, my plan is for this year is just to see how that goes. See how people like it, see what engagement the app gets. This is a minimal viable product, although it's, pretty extensive. It's still a minimal viable product. And so the idea is to not spend a penny on ad spend for that MVP for this year and see what happens. Now, let's say 10% of that 10,000 people, that's 1,000 users, sign up, and then nothing else happens. Well, that is, that's around $15,000 for 2 days worth of work. It's going to be great. If 100 people sign up and 100 people refer it to 2 friends, then the pyramid of that, and those 2 friends refer it to 2 friends, the pyramid of that is exciting. But my idea is to not spend a penny on advertising for this year, just to test it and make sure everything's working. What I don't want to do is throw thousands of dollars at advertising and then realize that the onboarding is too hard, or whatever. But the idea here is that grandparents can buy a session code and then give the parent the session code and sit through, and now grandparent has organized that. So that's why the session start is outside the parent login. So it's all kind of, even the parent doesn't need to know what system they went through to create it. They're just going to go straight to that start session page. On the create parent account modal, the background needs to be white of the modal so that the wording is easy to read. Please see screenshot. So I love my dictation system, Whisperflow. I don't type prompts anymore. I know that Terence uses a lot of dictation. He uses this app up here, but the Whisperflow works on every app, not just Chrome. It works. Voice in, that's it, Doug. Whisperflow works on every single app. So whether I'm writing an email in my mail program, writing a Slack message, writing a text message, you know, chatting in Facebook on Safari, it works everywhere. So and it's also intelligent because it's using AI. So let me give you an example while we're waiting for this to prompt. I'm going to talk. Oh, I'm going to talk about something that I really enjoy. It's amazing. So I purposely stuttered there, and it came back with, I'm going to talk about something that I really enjoy. Yeah, it's amazing. So all of those stutters and ums and ahs and everything get removed out. Where voicing, which is the Chrome plugin, it will happily. In fact, let's use voice in for the same thing. I'm going to use the voice in system for the yes, lots of things. Okay, that's actually better than it looks like they've increased things, increased things, made it better. Okay, so it's still. Oh, let me stop voicing from doing it. It's still got the repetition. So whereas with Whisperflow, there is no repetition. Um, it works it out. Stand up as a parent. There we go. All right. So let's see if this parent sign up works now, because it wasn't working a moment ago. Database error, saving new user. When a new user signs up in the create parent account modal, we get an error, database error saving new user. Please ensure that the parent can sign up and that any background systems that are required for the parent sign up are working fully. Awesome. Now that's possibly a edge function issue, but I'm going to let Famous look at that. So it's possibly this create referral coupon. No, that function wasn't run. Get parent email. That was run 23 minutes ago. Get Stripe config. Validate coupon, was that run? Nope. Okay, anyway, we'll let Famous find the issue there with why we can't sign up a new user. So we have about 12 minutes left, guys. If you've got any other questions, please throw them my way. I'm here for you to help you any way you can. Whether they are about your own project or just a general question about creating projects. Oh, I'd tell you what I was showing you. I was showing you the grandma system of how I got this this prompt. So you tell grandma basically what you are wanting to develop, and then she'll ask you 5 powerful questions. So her first question was, will Santa respond in real time as a live person, or will it be an automated Santa? So automated Santa with a Santa voice clone from 11 Labs, and we will speak out loud and text. And then she asked, will it be talking about Christmas wish lists or sharing stories? And then I said I wanted a 10-minute limit, and if they start going off topic, Santa should bring them back on topic. And then should be able to write notes. Yes, they should be able to write notes. Blah, 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 blah. What should it look like? And then here is the prompt that I put into Famous. So all of my research was done through the through Grandma, through this chat with Grandma, and then the prompt that I got out was with that, and then the look and feel. I haven't changed the look and feel since it started. This is what it came up with: an AI generated background. We have snow coming down, which is really really nice. It created this or found this really cute snowy font. I'm not sure if that was a custom OTF font or if it just found a really cool font that looked wintry. I just really love how clean and Christmassy this looks. It's I couldn't give it anything to say, hey, I don't like that or whatever. It's really nice. So, any other questions? Or you're just happy watching me fix this? That's what normally happens on my Monday calls. So my Monday calls are just for club members. That's one of the benefits of being a club member is you get to we get to dive in, and sometimes we dive into particular clients' projects and fix them for them, or mostly it's you're seeing how I troubleshoot and fix things because people like watching me fix. What's the link to sign up for the club? Kate will throw that in the chat. When you get to the URL, there'll be a button here, get started, create login, do that first, and then what time on Mondays? That's a good question. Let me just look at my calendar, because I just look on my calendar on a daily basis to see what I need to do. On Mondays it's at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's an hour, and in that hour we get a lot done. It's a lot of fun. And those are recorded but only available for club members. What happened here? Where did we get to? Oh, it fixed the table, so now will it let me sign up? Yes, please check your email. So this is the confirmation email. Now, it's always a good idea to switch off confirmation emails while you're building, and then switch them back on again when you're ready to launch. And that's why this is on, because I am ready to launch. So I'm now looking in my email for for that confirmation. Just give me 2 seconds to find that. There we go. It comes from Whiffle the Elf. Chat with Santa online. We click confirm, and boom, now we're logged in. And so at this point we can then click on book our Santa session. We can say how many children we like. So I want 3 of them. It then asks me for the 3 children's names. Bob, Fred, and Harry. And then the coupon code, we're going to use launch 19, and then click apply and continue to payment. And this is using Stripe payment intent, so it's removed the $19 discount, but it's charging me $19.97 for those two extra siblings. So now there's no way of actually editing what you have in your cart here. So let's close this, click book, and we'll only do it with 1 child, because then it'll only cost me 97, although it could actually refund me, I guess. But anyway, here we go. So now that's going to cost me 97 cents. It's going to ask me for my credit card details and so forth. And from there, I can then fill out my details of the child. So Stripe payment intent's very nice because everything's inbuilt into the system, and so that works really well. Did I miss any questions of all these chatbots that are talking away here? What time is Mondays? I answered that. Yes, Mondays are a fun webinar because they're smaller than this one. This one has a few hundred people in it every week, and the Monday one has sometimes less than 20. Is it expected that we could use your prompts or help us to also create a chat with Santa app, or will you have an affiliate link, or we could sell? I can definitely set you up an affiliate link. Kate will um asking for an elf. Awesome. Kate will give you my email address. By all means, send me an email and I can send you an affiliate link. Right now, this way I set the affiliate system up was purely so that only parents got on a link, because I didn't think that other people would want to promote it. But I can definitely create a separate system. And what I'm basically doing is paying each referral for every family is $5 is what I'm paying to the referee. So find me 1,000 parents and get 5 grand. It's pretty simple. If you wanted to um, create your own chat with Santa, by all means, go and go do it. You have the ability, you have the tools. You know, I believe that there is plenty of work out there, and so yeah, go and go chat with Grandma and tell her that's what you want to do, and get your prompt, and away you go. There are some tools that you're going to need with this. Is obviously using OpenAI. It's using 11 Labs. It's using a custom voice for Santa, and that's basically it. I mean, you could just use any old man voice, if you didn't want to do your own custom voice. So and then you would just need to market it a little bit. Oh, and Stripe payment intent is what we're using to bring the payment modal inside, so they're not jumping off um, going to Stripe checkout and then coming back, and then you're waiting for a webhook. You want to make it as simple for the user as possible. All right, we have, and so who was that asked about the question? Patricia. So Patricia the elf, Kate's put my email address in there. If you would like an affiliate link and not have to worry about creating it all, marketing it, and so forth, getting a domain name that is cool. Um, I registered 2 domains for it. Um, that's called Stripe Temp. It's called Payment Intent. Um, Payment Intent is the Stripe payment system, and so it links with Stripe, it links with the product IDs, but keeps everybody on the site. And what happens with this is if a parent signs up for one kid, has a great experience, and then decides they want to sign up for all the cousins, they can just sign up for more kids and use their save card and not have to enter their card details again. So it's a very good way of putting payments into your system, as opposed to Stripe checkout. Stripe checkout is quick and easy, but there are so many things that can go wrong with it, like the webhooks and things like that. So I do like Stripe payment intent. You do need to test it and look at coupons and how you're going to run with coupons, but that's all part of vibe coding, is making it work. So we're coming to the top of the hour. I hope you've had a great time. If you haven't already joined my Discord channel, then Discord server, then you might want to do that. I'll give you the Discord link in the chat. To no, where it is, there it is. And so that's my private Discord. and now hit the buffet. Yeah, I've actually I'm cruising alone by myself just so I could focus on my projects, and I've actually met up with some people, so we're having dinner tonight, which I'm looking forward to having Italian tonight. I'm glad this all worked, and because I'll be doing this once a week, sorry, once a month for a week, and so that way my webinars can still happen. They use Starlink here on the cruise. In fact, I can feel the ship moving now. We've just left Roatan, and I'm in the middle of the Gulf of whatever you want to call it, and um, you can still have a webinar with 200 plus people in, and from wherever you are. And so that's what I'll be doing for the next 6 months, is a week on a cruise ship. The landing page looks like it could be a Christmas game as well. Very nice work. Yeah. Well, and there's no reason why you couldn't add more things for the kids to do on the site, Bradley. As it progresses. This is very much an MVP, a minimal viable product. I'm going to stick to what I coach, which is create your MVP and launch it. And but anyway, there we are. I've overrun by a minute, so I'll say goodbye. Thanks so much for hanging out, and you have my email address, you have my Discord. If you would like to chat about any projects or you need any help, then we will see what we can do. All right, guys. See you next week when I'll be back in boring Austin. Well, it's not actually that boring, but anyway, I'll be back in Austin next week. Cheers, guys. Have a good time. Bye bye.